Jesse on fire. He is highly brainwashed. Yet sometimes you gotta watch, you have to comprehend. I have to get information from highly brainwashed people because I choose not to pay attention to I don't have any news feeds, dude, that tells in no mainstream media. I have no links to no mainstream media in the last 20 years, bro. Almost 15 years. So, yeah, 15 years. Almost. So I'm saying at least 15 years, but I don't know the exact number. All I know is it's been a really long time since I've watched any mainstream anything. If I don't watch mainstream, I watch other people who watch mainstream because I don't want that shit in my news feeds. So 3iAtlas says a terrifying course change. It just turned towards Earth. Really, Jesse also likes to promote the fear, bro. There is no fear of anything that's happening. 3iAtlas or otherwise. It's crazy when Charlie Kirk dies, but massive amounts of people die every day for horrendous reasons, and none of that matters because no one knows who they are. And that's the sick thing about this world. Every life deserves the same level of questioning that Charlie Kirk's getting. Every human that dies heinously should get that level of questioning, yet they don't. Interesting, right? So let's get into this.
I'm not going to pretend to know super well what a comet looks like, but that does not look like a comet to me at all. So if you've never wondered how your life is going to end, I think you would be in the minority. It's something lots of people think about. Most people probably think about. And I would doubt that the majority of people thought to themselves, I think a comet is going to hit Earth and I will be one of many, many victims, which will be the majority of the population on Earth.
If a comet was to hit Earth, then there is nothing to worry about. Because, especially if it's the size that they're saying it is, because everyone is going to die. Unless you live in a bunker. So, the billionaires get to live.
Or an alien invasion. And I believe that everybody needs to start taking that option much more seriously, both of them, as you will find out shortly in this story. So let's just start this video with a few headlines, okay? Or actually, in this case, I guess it'll be an X post. Breaking. NASA just quietly activated its planetary defense network for 3i/Atlas and didn't say a word. For the first time in history, an interstellar object has been officially enrolled in a planetary defense level observation campaign. Why the silence? What does NASA know that we don't?
That is kind of wild.
Excellent question. Okay. And I will pose another question to you guys. Do you think that if NASA or the government knew that there was a comet that was imminently going to hit the United States, well, imminently being in, I don't know, the next few years?
Notice how he said it imminently hit the United States, like the rest of the world doesn't fucking matter, bro. Oh, okay, come on, Jesse, bro. Keep it together, bro. Keep it together, bro. Come on now, bro. What makes you think that the asteroid or the comet is gonna hit the United States versus anywhere else when the United States is not that big?
You think they would tell us? Do you think they would tell us? Does anybody think that they would tell us? I do not think they would tell us. I think that there is no way they'd tell us. Because
they've actually told us numerous times in movies throughout the years of how and what would happen.
Second, you tell us civilization is going to go crazy, and also it would inhibit their ability to get in their bunkers and get all of that stuff ready. I've never believed that they would tell us. Okay, so let's just start right there, and then let's look at some other headlines. Okay, could mysterious Manhattan-sized comet be a black swan event? The implications are so huge for humanity. Yeah.
Let me just double check for everyone who may not know.
I would say so.
He's not gonna check. What is a black swan? Look, people have been searching it. A black swan event is a rare, unpredictable event with a massive impact that is often rationalized in hindsight as if it were predictable. These events are marked by extreme rarity, a lack of clear warning signs, and significant consequences that can cause widespread volatility. They are named after the historical presumption that all swans are white, a thought that was disproven when the first black swans were discovered in Australia. Right, so we're going based on a mythology. Okay, got you.
Oh, right? What else we got? In this one, Comet 3iAtlas's bizarre behavior sparks global alarm. Is the mysterious Manhattan-sized interstellar object a black swan event? I don't know. I don't know yet. You know what I mean? I feel like you're supposed to tell me that, right? Okay. And then there's the other option, right? Aside from the fact that they are already launching their monitoring program or whatever, we also have the other side of the conversation, which is that it's behaving very bizarrely. Okay, like it's not behaving in a way that mimics other comets,
right?
And they think it might be a vessel. And I'm going to show you the footage that came out of Japan, which is
Good.
Like
That's what
I don't know how they captured the footage that they did, but doesn't look like a comet to me, dude. Doesn't look like a comet to me at all.
That's what he played at the beginning as a teaser.
3iAtlas leaked actual footage shows a large vessel and NASA-activated planetary defense network for interstellar object. Here are all the shocking claims and what is an interstellar, WatchNet, whatever this is, IAWN campaign. So, yeah. And, like I said, first time in history, right? Well, we're going to take a look at what they're saying on the news about this topic. Then we're going to look at the actual leaked footage from Japan that Japan captured. Then we're going to take a look at this story, which is the evidence of non-human intelligence activity near U.S. nuclear sites gains scientific validation. Okay. I've been saying that for years. I know all about this. Okay, UFOs incurring into our airspace and buzzing our nuclear bases, turning on the nuke ICBMs, and then shutting down an entire grid. They're all independently powered, which is impossible to shut all of them down. Okay, and we got this too. So UFOs are buzzing nuclear bases, keeping U.S. Secretary of State up at night. So we're gonna look at that too. So buckle in, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's dive in. Okay, so check this out. Let's see what they're saying about this, okay?
An interstellar object whirling through our solar system is actually a nuclear-powered spacecraft sent by aliens to test how humans respond. That's what a noted astrophysicist believes might be the case, and he says an image from the Hubble telescope backs him up.
Something is streaking through our solar system that has astronomers on edge and policymakers on alert. The newly discovered 3iAtlas isn't just another passing comet. It's the largest, brightest interstellar visitor ever recorded, arriving with a composition and trajectory that challenge nearly every known scientific model. Its bizarre properties, an 8-to-1 carbon dioxide to water ratio, a mysterious green glow, and course corrections eerily precise as it approaches Mars, have sparked legitimate fears and explosive debates.
Course corrections.
Right. Comment that course corrects.
Comets and asteroids don't do course corrections.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Right?
You're totally correct, Jesse.
Like
this one moment.
They're an indiscriminate path. That's why they crash into things.
Yeah, they just keep going until they hit stuff.
They don't turn right. They don't turn left. They just fly. Okay?
Straight shooters they are,
so that's
usually.
A little bit concerning.
As it were, because they don't go left or right, up,
Interstellar
down.
Intruder.
They go up and down, left and right, but that has nothing to do with them.
3iAtlas was discovered on July 1st by the NASA-funded ATLAS survey. It was discovered using their telescope at Rio Hurtado in Chile, and it was first detected as a speck of light moving relative to background stars. We collected a good amount of data, more than 100 observations. We know its trajectory fairly well. We know it came from outside the solar system. Right now, it's inside the orbit of Jupiter, and is headed for its closest pass to the sun at the end of October.
July 1st, 2025, marked a watershed moment for astronomy. The ATLAS survey telescope in Chile detected a faint object with an unbound hyperbolic orbit, evidence that it was not native to our solar system. This alone made 3iAtlas historic. Only 2 other interstellar objects had ever been observed, Oumuamua and Borisov. The designation 3I, third interstellar, reflects its rarity, while Atlas credits the survey system that found it. But the excitement quickly gave way to anxiety. Initial data revealed the object was enormous, at least 5.6 kilometers across, possibly much larger, and racing towards the sun at velocities up to 209,000 kilometers per hour, far faster than typical solar system comets.
I'm sorry, did you say 209,000 kilometers per hour? Because something tells me if that runs into Earth, that's a curtain call for us. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it might just be the size of Manhattan, but if it hits the Earth going 200,000 kilometers an hour, I feel like that's a wrap. You know what I mean? Feel like that's going to be a wrap. And that's if it's a comet, as opposed to an invading alien army.
Comets. Its trajectory was more than just a casual flyby. Calculations showed it would pass closely by Venus, Jupiter, Mars, and eventually reach its closest point to Earth in December 2025, even as it remained over 1.8 AU from our planet. What set 3iAtlas apart wasn't only its speed or scale. Within days of discovery, astronomers realized it wasn't acting like any comet they'd seen. Its detection, as far out as June, signaled prolonged activity, later confirmed by observations from NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS. The object had already sported a coma and tail at distances where few comets become active, a sign that something extraordinary was happening. The world's most powerful telescopes, including Hubble, JWST, and the VLT, pivoted to study this visitor. Every new observation deepened its mystery, transforming initial excitement into urgent concern. Unprecedented chemistry.
Okay. So again,
it's a lot. This is a lot,
at this point, I would just like to pose.
There's so many. Oh, I can feel it, bro. Like, there's so many massive things and shifts happening so quickly that is like starting to boggle my mind a lot. Everyone needs to strap in and start becoming aware and asking questions about why you choose to think and be the thing you are.
Question to everybody. If they knew that this thing was going to hit the Earth, do you think they would tell us? Do you think they would tell us? I am certain that my skepticism is warranted. Okay?
To be fair, wonder why everyone's getting bunkers and shit.
If I'm in the leadership position, do I tell anybody? Like, I don't think so. How would the world knowing do anything positive? Like, we need to react. Like, we need to, I don't know, whatever our defenses are. But let me ask you this. Okay. So I just watched a movie called House of Dynamite. Okay. And House of Dynamite is about a nuclear missile headed towards Earth.
Okay, no,
I
can't listen to this.
It's rough. The way that really, brilliant in a way that you, I mean, if your brain looks like mine, but it's just another one of those examples of, you really think it through. You're like, what would I do? And how would an asteroid be any different?
I apologize. I'm going to watch that, and I don't want him to spoil the movie for me.
Like there's a point where they're trying to, our missile defense system is, trying to intercept the ICBM, and spoiler, we miss. Okay.
Oh shit.
Comet that's in outer, those things are going how much slower than a comet that's in, those things are going how much slower than a comet.
Well, never mind. He ruined it anyway.
Space going 200-something thousand kilometers an hour.
Well, not really, because I don't know exactly what he's talking about. But a good thing, I skipped over the main part that he was explaining.
There's no ICBMs going that fast.
For his example, like he's explaining how if we can't stop ICBMs, how are we going to stop a comet?
You know what I mean? I don't think. I should know that, actually. Let's see how fast do ICBMs fly? 15,000 to 24,000. So they're 10 times slower, okay, than the comet. 10 times slower. So we're going to intercept one if it's going to hit the United States. Like, if we're going to hit the Earth, we're going to intercept that. Listen, our missile defense system it has a really hard time with the faster ICBMs, which are 20,000 kilometers an hour. But we're definitely going to be fine with one that's going 200,000 kilometers an hour, hurtling through space at us. Now,
Yeah,
one
but
thing you could do to defend
what-
yourself against a hurtling comet is you can subscribe to this channel and you can like this video, because that is the best defense that you can have against a comet impact on Earth. There's science there. Which brings us to
That's insane what he just said for views and likes. And like, do you see what I mean? That's why I don't like doing that shit. You're gonna do it on your own or you're gonna not do it. And that's not a choice I can make for you. And so there's no sense in me bringing it up. That's how I'm gonna bring it up. It's your choice to do any of the stuff of liking or not liking or whatever. I'm okay with either one. You like or not like my video, I'm cool with it. I'm ready to be infamous all the way. So please, everyone dislike my video, and I will become known as the guy who only gets ratioed.
to the really fun part of this video where they cover a terrifying trajectory, okay? And so we're going to look at that fun thing right after a word from our sponsor, Prize Picks.
Oh,
It's
yep.
NFL.
I
You
don't
need to
know.
know-
No,
do
we
that.
don't do
Fantasy
that.
football. You're- whether the
Gambling's
word down
bad.
your first
It's
one,
all
but
rigged.
let's say
Sports
18th
is
football
rigged.
season, ready live. Use
That's
promo
what I'll
code.
tell
Use
you.
a lady $50 terrifying
Don't promote
trajectory. Let's
gambling.
keep a turn. You are welcome.
Don't
I love all of
promote
you guys.
gambling.
Let's go. All right, here we
Gambling is
go.
bad.
Terrifying trajectory. Let's do this.
Well,
Invest
thanks
in
for having
Bitcoin
me.
instead of gambling.
First, I should say that if the light that we observe from this object is reflection of sunlight, its size needs to be bigger than Manhattan
I'm watching the interview with him and Joe Rogan right now.
Island, 20 kilometers or so. And there isn't enough rocky material in interstellar space to deliver a rock of that size earlier than 10,000 years from now.
While the odd chemistry of 3iAtlas set off scientific alarm bells, its journey through the solar system paralyzed planetary defense offices and orbital analysts. For weeks, astronomers worked to plot its path, watching for possible collisions. Initially, the calculations were reassuring. Though 3iAtlas would pass close to Mars, within 18 to 30 million miles, it posed no immediate threat to any planet, including Earth. ESA and NASA stressed that its hyperbolic orbit was well understood, likely ensuring it would exit the solar system without impact. But leaked data and independent simulations began to suggest disturbing anomalies. Some media sources and whistleblowers claimed that 3iAtlas had performed up to 14 course corrections within a month. These were not random perturbations, but allegedly precise maneuvers that adjusted its trajectory ever closer to Mars. The possibility of a collision, once dismissed as statistically improbable, was suddenly being reassessed with a 70% probability in certain models, calculating alignment with Mars's orbit to within hours and millions of miles. The timing of potential impact coincided with Mars's closest approach to Earth, amplifying consequences should gravitational effects ripple outward. More chilling was the pattern of course corrections that some analysts described as consistent with adaptive intelligence, possibly even suggesting the presence of autonomous navigation or artificial intelligence on board the interstellar object. Adjustments allegedly increased in frequency and precision as 3iAtlas approached Mars. Anomalies correlated with periods when Earth-based telescopes could not observe the object directly, fueling fears of deliberate concealment. NASA and planetary defense officials continue to reassure the public that no credible evidence pointed toward impact or intelligent control.
Interesting. So I forget. Let me go to my search history here. And let me just see, because I feel like I remember something about the first time that we have enacted the planetary defense program in history. But don't worry, guys. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just common
Drill.
practice.
The
Common
drill.
practice, did you say? You said that we've never done that before. Right, we haven't. We've never done it before. But yeah, I mean, we are this time. So let's take a look at what this thing actually looks like.
Yeah,
okay?
can we get a video?
So
I would like
new
to see the
images
video.
reveal 3iAtlas racing towards Earth, but it doesn't look like a comet at all. It's behaving like something under intelligent control, not a natural object. Okay, so, just take a look at this thing. This says swipe. I don't know why it's, there you go. I don't know, guys. If you can't see that very well, does that look like a comet? Does that look like a comet to you? This does not look like a comet to me. I'm not going to pretend to know super well what a comet looks like, but that does not look like a comet to me at all. But
Yeah,
let's
that's
go ahead and continue
crazy,
on.
bro.
How about here when you can actually see it moving? Okay, see? It's moving. There's one gigantic cluster of alien ships or something. Like, what on earth is this, dude?
Bro, that's freaking wild.
You know what I mean?
Bro. Why do I think of biology right here? Why does it look like it's Oh man, highly interesting, bro.
What is
Think
that
of biology.
thing? Okay. And let's keep in mind, guys, that UFOs are buzzing our nuclear bases and keeping U.S. Secretary of State up at night.
Oh well,
Okay.
I mean,
And evidence of non-human intelligence activity near U.S. nuclear sites gains scientific validation. Okay. Shocking UFO files hidden in presidential library claim U.S. made successful contact with alien race. Let's take a look at that one. Okay. A trove of unearthed government documents has detailed a secret face-to-face encounter with alien beings more than 60 years ago. 50 pages of CIA files, which the FBI continues to say are fakes, claim the secret government program was established with communications with the UFOs.
wait a second. So the FBI is saying the CIA shit's fake. What? And you didn't even say nothing about that? That's not like what? So you're saying the CIA has been faking history, or the FBI is saying the CIA is faking history because the documents that say that we've contacted aliens is not real? What?
In 1959. Project Sigma started in 1954, used a binary computer language sent along radio signals and in space to make contact with alien life. And then they met with them, supposedly. But this I can validate. Okay, so the evidence of non-human intelligence activity near U.S. nuclear sites gained scientific validation. So thousands of objects sent by non-human intelligence may have been spying on the world's nuclear tests all the way back to the 40s. A groundbreaking study has just been published, providing verified evidence that something or someone has been observing our nuclear sites from space long before the first human satellites were ever launched into orbit. Dr. Beatrice Valoral from the Nordic Institute of Theoretical Physics in Sweden says that, whoops, I guess you guys can't see that, can you? There you go. Revealed a clear connection between nuclear tests in 1949 and 1957 and an increase in the number of mysterious bright spots called transients appearing in the sky. These transients are not believed to be a natural phenomenon, with Valoral saying that they showed signs of being highly reflective like a mirror and even spinning like a flying saucer.
Valoral.
The publication of these findings was a major milestone, as most papers discussing the existence of unidentified anomalous phenomenon are rejected by the scientific community. That's dumb. Having your work successfully peer-reviewed means other scientists have to look over the data and find nothing to dismiss the team's findings, just like any other unproven story about UFOs. Overall, researchers discovered that the mysterious transients are 45% more likely to be spotted flying overhead just before or right after a nuclear test. These are objects from before Sputnik 1, yada, yada. Okay, bottom line is, okay, all the smart people think that they're here observing us, okay?
Right.
Now, whether they're future us, whether they're future us or they are here to babysit us because we're a dangerous, sociopathic, psychopathic race that would immediately go to war with anyone we don't understand. And so they're like, all right, well, we got to make sure that we keep them here. Well, how are we going to keep them on Earth? It's like, well, let's just put a big radiation belt around it that humans could never go through. You're all, should we call it something? They're like, let them name it. The Van Allen radiation belt. They're like, okay, so if anybody said they went through the Van Allen radiation belt, then we know they're lying. It's like, that's right, because aliens put it there to make sure that we can't get off our planet and go invade other worlds and kill everyone, Right. Isn't the moon on the other side of the Van Allen radiation belt? It is, actually. It is actually on the other side of Van Allen Road. But I'm sure, we probably figured it out, I'm sure we got through that thing. So specifically, researchers focused on 124 above-ground nuclear bomb tests conducted by the three nations, causing explosions in open air, not underground, as these tests are carried out today. I didn't know that. The unknown objects appeared briefly and then vanished, and they were captured on camera before humans began launching any type of devices into space, so they can't be explained as human-made craft. All right,
Okay.
well, you know,
Well, that's crazy, bro. So that the clip of 3iAtlas is freaking crazy, bro. And then just a bunch of stuff popping up in the sky, bro. Oh man. I'm telling you, people, you need to start investing in Bitcoin, and you need to start recognizing that duality is a false reality, and language is the reason why you are stuck in it. Through the manipulation of language, ones have all been brainwashed and are stuck under mind control. And this stuff like this, 3iAtlas, and a whole bunch of other things that are going on in the world, including the Charlie Kirk thing, and all sorts of manners of world politics and yada, 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 all have to do with being scripted to keep you in that place. I'll see you guys later.